Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories as always. I'm your host Chris Jack. Today checking out an incredibly exciting pair of rather hype kicks. It's the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro in the Atmos Elephant colorway. Without further ado, let's check them out. Alright, so as many of you guys might know, the Air Max 1, which originally released in 2007 as part of a collaboration between Japan-based retailer Atmos and of course Nike on this particular Air Max 1, was one of the most sought after colorways of the Air Max 1 model. It then retroed 10 years later as part of Air Max Day in 2017. I actually managed to get a pair of the Air Max 1. However, we haven't really seen any other resurgence of this particular colorway until the Dunk Low Pros came out on November the 11th. They didn't release here in South Africa. They might have actually been on sneakers now that I think of it, but alas, I don't know anyone who managed to get a pair of them locally. So both these two pairs that we do have here in stock at Story.Cape Town, follow that. It is our brand new marketplace store that has just launched, have come from the United States. And it's really awesome that I've got both pairs because I can kind of show you the differences between the two pairs, because from what I can see, at least from reviews online and just the pairs that we have had here, which we've had a few, there are some differences between the material makeup on the shoe. But I'm going to get into the shoe itself, and just starting with the outsole. As mentioned, this is a Dunk Low Pro model, so you've got the Nike SB logo here done in a clear jade color just in the midfoot of the outsole of it. The rest of course is just a tonal black. Then up into the midsole, it's the standard SB Dunk Low Pro midsole, very similar to what you get on a Jordan 1. For those of you guys that don't know, it's a similar sort of modified midsole at that, and that's just done in a white with white stitching above. Now when you move into the upper, obviously this is where that famed Atmos colorway, the Elephant colorway, comes into play. The overlays here in the toe box, around the heel collar and the heel section of the shoe are the elephant print. However, this is where things get a little bit different. On the Air Max 1, the elephant print here is a hell of a lot more defined. It's got much clearer black lines and it's very much cleaner in my opinion. Whereas on the SB Dunk Low Pro, it's kind of washed out a bit. It almost looks like it's been sanded down or already skated in or something like that. It's just a little bit more wishy-washy and not as clean on the lining. Now this is where I want to also show you the UK 7 that we have over here. You can kind of see the differences between the different prints there, and that is just really up to which pair you get yourself. Out of all the three pairs that I have seen, every one of them has been completely different when it comes to the elephant print. That's something that I'm not really too fond on, because it does allow for discrepancies between fakes and things like that as well. You've got less to go on when it comes to legitimizing the pair itself. However, there are a whole bunch of other touch points which would allow you to do so that the fake companies generally can't get right. In the toe box section of the shoe, the leather quality used here is quite nice. The one thing you have to remember with Dunk Lows or any sort of SB Dunks is that they are actually quite cheap shoes. They generally retail for around $100, which is on the lower spectrum when it comes to retail price. So the materials used aren't always amazing, but most of the time they really are. In this particular colorway, the white leather here is quite a nice soft leather, and you've just obviously got the perforation points throughout there for breathability. Then taking things back further on the shoe, just under this beautiful clear jade swoosh, which is obviously the iconic color used in the Atmos Elephant colorway, the backing material of that is a black suede, and that can be found in the quarter panel, and then just around the top of the heel section here, and then again onto the medial side of the shoe as well. While I'm in the heel section over here, you do have the Nike word mark, which has been done in the clear jade embroidery over here, and that continues onto the tongue tag branding up here, where it just has the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro. Now from a lacing perspective, with the Dunk Low Pro, you've got a set of black which comes ready laced into the shoes. However, they also provide you with an oval set of gray laces as well. So these are those puffy skate laces that you would always get with Dunks, or most of the time. So that will just allow you to basically change up the colorway a little bit on top of the shoe. However, in my opinion, I would want to keep that OG just like the Air Max 1, of course, with the black laces. Now the tongue itself used in the SB models is a really thick padded foam tongue. So this basically for me is super comfortable on foot. It's obviously done that just to increase comfortability and I guess the fit of the shoe on your foot when skating in them. And then you've also got reinforced padding sections here in the heel on the Pro model, of course. And then just taking out the insole of the shoe, if I can get it out, you've got the SB logo and the Zoom Air branding over here in the heel, and that is on both of the shoes themselves. Just underneath, you will notice there is a zoom unit in here, so that's just basically increasing the cushioning on the impact zone in your heel for skating in. It does obviously add to the comfort of the shoe. It's not really something you can feel a lot underfoot. You've also got a softer foam that they've used in the forefoot of the insole here, just, you know, making it a little bit more comfortable if you're jumping or skating or whatever it is. Now, overall speaking, there has been a hell of a lot of hype with Dunks recently, or at least the resurgence that we've seen in 2020. There's been a hell of a lot of big collabs done on the Dunk, and this one, obviously being one of the most sought after colorway, does make them quite expensive on the resale market, anywhere between sort of $500 and $800 depending on size, and that's obviously before you've imported and shipped them here to South Africa if you are looking to get a pair. Now, we do have 1, 2, or maybe even 3. I think there's another one on the way, which is available at Story.Cape Town. I'll put a link in the description below to the Instagram page. The online store has not launched just yet, but maybe even by the time this review goes out, it will be available online. So make sure you are following Story.Cape Town and sneakerstories.tv for all news and updates on Story Cape Town, which has just launched, for those of you that don't know. But overall speaking, I think this is an absolutely beautiful pair of shoes. Sorry there's no on foot for you. I don't have my size here or a personal pair to do the on foot for you guys today with this particular model, but having seen them in hand now, I think I definitely do want to add them to my collection. So I'm going to be on the lookout for a UK 9. Thanks again for watching this review. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you do have any further questions, please drop them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you haven't already, do me the favor, give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe right here for more content like this, reviews, vlogs, and unboxings down the line. But that's all from me for today, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.